my friend! How good it is to see you!
I wonder if I could climb it.
Pretend we're old friends catching up after a long absence. I don't want to blow my cover just asking for help. Great acting. I need an assistant to do some delicate tasks, and you've got the right look about you. I'm part of an undercover investigation into a string of thefts in Marbrook. The artisan is a master of his profession. The artisan targets local Altmer, so I draw suspicion. We must capture the artisan before the Queen is targeted. Take my notes.
You approach knowing what you want. I was once like that not that long ago. Please share some gold with poor Kurlit. Kurlit hears and sees much, but it is difficult to recall when one's stomach rumbles so. Alas, he does not have the coin for food. 1,000 blessings. This one's night eye has not failed him yet. Kurlit caught a glimpse of a Bosmer sneaking into the bank.
Most Altmer wouldn't trust a wood elf with their money. Fair enough, but trust is the Dominion's foundation, is it not? We have to start somewhere. Have I ever? There's been a steady stream of Altmer depositing valuables here since the thefts began. I'd like to see that. I'm an expert in security. No one can enter the bank without keys, and only I and my apprentice Nidras have them. Now Nidras... I guess he went upstairs. That boy's steps are as light as feathers.
If you need banking services, my master Talqua can assist you downstairs. Ah, working with Scylla. I noticed you making friends in the market. If you figured it out, there's no use keeping up pretenses. My initial plan was to exercise the right of theft. I steal precious objects from the Altmer, then demand they leave Marbrook for their return. It turns out the Altmer don't respect the rights, so I return them. Now, I simply let Altmer hatred do the job for me. You'll know soon. Now, I tipped off the guards that the artisan was in the bank, and here you are, sneaking about. I advise you leave.
The plane meld is finally over. Does this mean we can go home now?
Did you find out who the artisan is? The bankers! Why didn't I see it before? You have my thanks for finding him. But now we have to deal with the mess he left behind. The bastard returned the stolen items to the wrong houses. He then sent anonymous letters to the victims framing the owners for the crime. They too easily believe their neighbors stole from them, and we've only just been able to prevent any violence. We must find those valuables. I appreciate the help. According to the letters, the items are in houses across Marbrook. You'll have to search carefully to find them.
Pah! This one has had enough of wood orcs for a lifetime.
We've got almost everything. Aha, a guest. How wonderful. I wonder, would you help my friend and I with a little experiment? We are reconstructing animals. Dead ones, of course. Wouldn't do such a thing to live ones. That would be barbaric. Not to mention impractical. Specifically, we are creating an elixir that will cause small dead animals to wriggle about as if alive. Well, as it turns out, we're fresh out of parts. Rat parts, I mean. I need you to bring us the head, legs, body, and tail from 4 different rats, so we can combine them into an animated rodent assemblage. Oh, I know the whole thing seems rather rash and improbable, doesn't it? But our methods get results. Bring back the rat parts and we'll have a little rodent scurrying about in no time. Why, it'll be almost lifelike. There is a reason for this, one I would prefer to forget. It involves an early experiment with my associate, an experiment that failed horribly. It's not as simple as you may assume, however. When the two of us are involved, nothing is ever simple. No, please meet us outside the Fighters Guild. We must set up our experiment there.
What? wonder if I could climb it.
No!
The forest is...
Not another of your stories.
Everything is here. Wonderful. Allow me a moment to apply our elixir. Now we address the practical applications of this marvelous elixir. If you will help us one last time, I will increase your compensation. My associate and I have a mischievous nature. It is through this nature we show our affection for our friends. Our close friend Kalima is, as Timaway would say, a grumpy bug. We want to lift her spirits. Place these squirmy rodent things in her backpack in the corner. She'll be back shortly, and then we'll see the fruits of our labor. Timaway and I have a wager. He expects her to double over with laughter. I do not expect that reaction. The second stage is the most important. What use is magical inquiry if it cannot foster relationships? Excellent. Here's your payment. I expect our dear friend will be back any moment, so if you would like to stick around, it's sure to be an entertaining spectacle.
Vladimir! Timmy Way! I will kill you both!
Quality wares.
What do you want?
Halt, thief! Aha! I caught you red-handed, artisan. Thieves just can't help returning to the scene of the crime, can they? Pinning the blame on someone else? I won't fall for that. How do you explain those stolen goods you're carrying? You know Sinar? Well, this doesn't prove anything. You might have heard his name in relation to your own investigation. An excellent idea. I was just about to propose. Sinar is on the upper city tier, near the entertainment pavilion. You lead the way. I'm not so naive that I'd turn my back on a common criminal. Captain, I bring great news.
I'm afraid you have me mistaken.
Captain Sinar, I have detained the artisan. No time to thank me. I must return to my rounds.
God strike you. I can't believe he just blew my cover. Please tell me you have good news. Thanks, Stenda. Things were getting tense. I know you're not the artisan, thanks to our careful investigations. You're free to go now. We'll return the items back to their original owners. Hail, chosen of the Queen. We have been expecting you. Queen Irene sent a missive detailing your arrival and orders. You are here to secure the staff of Magnus.
Not another of your stories.
Safe in our vault below the city. We have guarded it day and night. When you are ready, I shall show you into the vault.
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
If you would follow me. As you can see, our artisans have built some small amount of civilization amidst this barbaric wilderness. Marbrook will soon be a jewel of the Dominion in this backward territory. As one would expect, we have encountered scattered protests, nonsense about protecting the trees. The local Bosmer are disorganized and flighty. Such outbursts usually fizzle out of their own accord. Ah, the Mages Guild. If you would follow me inside. Behold the Mages Guild. The paint is still fresh, a marvelous addition to the city. Work remains, of course, but one does what one must on the fringes of the Dominion. The vault is below. Follow me. This vault holds many rare plants that no longer exist in the Somerset Isles. Do take a closer look. I am no scholar of botany, but I know something about our specimens. Alchemists pay a dear price for this plant. It will be the jewel of the royal gardens. We found these in a Valenwood cave of all places. Crimson Nern root. We thought it was a gnawed tall tale. We've been trying to transplant this unusual variety of redwort plant into Somerset for some time. Valenwood soil is not surprisingly very fertile. These specimens are bound for the royal gardens. This room holds alien relics uncovered across Valenwood. Interesting, aren't they? We've removed any dormant traps that we know of, so feel free to examine them more closely. I will answer any questions you have about them. The tree gifts. We're not actually sure what it does. This helm is actually from our own collection, but one of our Bosmer allies stole it and then returned it in exchange for a song. Scholars believe this relic was broken into pieces when it fell from the heavens. They believe there may be others in Hectorheim, the legendary center of the Valenwood. Our ancestors have left traces of their civilization across Tamriel. If we follow Queen Irene, our empire will one day rival theirs. Behold, the Staff of Magnus. What happened? Where is it? By the shining trees of Aldmeris! We have been burgled! But how? I know not. We have guarded the vault day and night. I placed the staff myself. No, the vault is off limits to all, but wait. Vicereeve Palador recently toured the vault. The Queen's business, or so he stated. The staff was present before his visit, but I did not check after he left. Unthinkable. Yet, what other conclusion can we draw? Such illusionary magic is beyond the ken of a common thief. To the surface, I must question the watch. None have entered the vault save you and the Vicereeve. I have confirmed it. He departed into the wilderness. He said he had orders from the Queen to bring Naaman's body. He did not return. He was always foolishly devoted to the prince. I pray nothing has happened to the prince's body, too. The Staff of Magnus is an extremely powerful object. There's no telling what wickedness he could achieve if he desired it. Rest assured he would not have accessed the vault if we'd had any suspicion of his loyalty. Someone must inform the Queen.
Chosen of Marbrook, your queen has arrived. Bear witness to the glory of Queen Irene. hope of the Dominion.
Much longer now.
Honor and praise, my friend. Do you have the Staff of Magnus? Peladil? Then it's true. He's betrayed us. My brother's body didn't make it to Marbrook either. I knew he loved Naaman dearly, but I didn't think he'd stoop to this. I will once again require your aid.
These wood elves and their forest spirits. Thou claws are they strange.
It is good to see you, my friend. Greenshade is far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the Staff of Magnus has been stolen, as if these rebellious Bosmer were not trouble enough. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Camoran. They claim to be subjects of the Wielder King, some forest spirit no one has ever seen. They mock the Dominion and call Queen Irene an enemy. We do not know. The Battle Reeves sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebreach clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the Staff of Magnus, so he asks you, will you find Hazazi and sort this out? The Bramblebreach village is just south of Marbrook. Hazazi is there. He likes to complain, but he's a good soldier. He just needs someone with a more sophisticated negotiation style. And by the time you get back, Raz will have a lead on the staff. This one does not understand Bosmer clan politics, but as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. Some even sided against King Camoran in the Blacksap Rebellion. Greenshade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camoran's Vindusk Rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest. As always, Raz serves the Queen. She wanted to know if the Bosmer here are as scary as they sound. With the Staff of Magnus stolen though, Raz must make that his priority. This one knows you can handle the Bramblebreach as well as he could. The obvious answer is probably the right one. Peladil. That toad fulfilled Naaman's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the Veiled Heritance was a disease not so easily excised. If Peladil has taken the staff, we need to find him and discover what he plans to do with it. The staff is powerful and dangerous. All of the Dominion is at risk if we cannot find it.
You'd best take care.
No doubt the Dominion will offer their help in exchange for an alliance, turning the misfortunes of others in their
Dark moons. These crazy Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already he hates this village. What negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer. It's not fair. Hazazi always gets the worst assignments. Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guar chase, but if you want to try, speak with their tree thane. May you have better luck than Hazazi.
I didn't think I was being disrespectful.
Sometimes people are just impossible to understand. Another tourist? Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King. Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldermary Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care for your dominion. Ha! Sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. He doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence? Not in person. But I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know. I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know. Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain won't surrender so easily, though. Just kill him. Leave the rest to the lurchers. Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to. Huh. Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself. When you get that audience. They're gifts from the Wilder King, embodiments of the raw energy of the forest. They protect the village. They're not so smart. We can't lead them against the orcs, but if they sprout straight into the orcs' camp, they'll know what to do.
Can you believe that tree thane? Was the tree thane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King, but the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently? She did? That's funny, because Under and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosmer trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking. I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valen Wood, but I fail to understand by what logic the tree thane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away. Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosma Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Under and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say. We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the Wood Orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier. If you want, you can take the essence from the calliope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The Wood Orcs won't even see you. Oh, one more thing. Under scouted out the Orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the Wood Orcs and that tricky tree thane. Maybe we'll meet again when we find the Wilder King. There seem to be a lot more rumors than any real facts. Some say he's a man. Others say he's a spirit, an embodiment of the forest. What I find most fascinating, though, is the rumor that he actually shapes the entire forest. That's just incredible. Me? I was born and raised in the Somerset Isles on a rather small island known as Silitar. It's a pretty secluded place. Growing up there was what first sparked my interest in studying nature magic. But, well, it was very lonely. Of course not. He's mainly here, acting as my guardian. They warned us that this place was dangerous, and if the Wilder King is really as unpredictable as people say, well, never hurts to be prepared.
So the Wood Elves have a friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your best.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye. And you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience. I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time. Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone. I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come? Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this Old Merry Dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature. I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this enemy from your past.
I can't believe it. I finally figured it out. This could change everything. Our Lurcher Guardians, I've found a way to give each of them special powers. To make them more effective, of course. The Guardians protect the village, and now we can imbue each of them with different elemental tactics. And the best part is that building them isn't even hard. It's easy. Well, you see, the husks are the same, grown from local flora. It's the Guardian's guts that make it special. Bring me some thunderbug bellies, dew bugs, and hive seeds from outside the village, and I'll show you how to make one. That was fast, but I'm not surprised. Did you find the things we need to build you a guardian? Wonderful! Now comes the best part, mixing ingredients to give the guardian its powers. Lightning bellies and hive seeds make a fire guardian. Hive seeds and dew bugs make a wooden guardian. Lightning bellies and dew bugs a water guardian. Yes, it'll be your guardian. Use this husk and build the one you want. Then we'll test it against the others. Lead it over to challenge 2 other guardians. Tell you what, you can even use these healing roots to give your guardian an edge. I've never seen a Guardian fight like that! Incredible! You really know how to choose a champion. This day will go down in our clan's history, and you helped make it happen. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to keep the Guardians under control for very long, but I'm working on it.
Strike us down, but the veiled inheritance will always rise again.
Azasi is finished with this village.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though. The Veiled Heritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you.
We have much need of someone like you, Ananias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
An opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosmer.
The Bosmer in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosmer mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranias is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranias is on her way to my throne. So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you. Like the branches of a grat oak, I believe that Aranias' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these events will play out, but I do know that like Aranias, you must come deeper into the forest. You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marrowan. He can tell us how this story began and where it should end. Yes, traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage and speak to Marrowan. Safe journeys, my friend.
Do you know how to read? I am called Tamriel. I am one of the Hollow. We live to serve the Wilder King, who is our god, our creator. I ask you if you can read, because I have this book, which is supposed to tell the true story of the Wilder King, and of my creation. I can read it, but I am afraid to. I am not like the other Hollow. I can question my existence. I can believe or not believe. What if the book reveals something about the Hollow, our purpose? I might crack and splinter from within. It must be done, and I would be most grateful. You should know that who or whatever wrote this book bound it to the labyrinth. To traverse one, you need the other. This book holds a single passage only. The words for the next passage will appear once you have opened the book. Follow them. They will transport you to a point deeper into the labyrinth, then settle on the page and create another passage. I have roamed this land since before many of these trees were seeds. In that time, I have wanted to know how I came to be. Yet here you stand with the answer, and I hesitate, uncertain. I am unsure what I will regret more, knowing or never knowing the truth. Forgive my indecision. Please, continue. Mortal? Like you? What happened to me? Yet I live, don't I? Past, present, and future are stark, stripped of illusion, and I am left with more questions. I will have to find a new way to exist, neither living nor dead, neither doubting nor believing.
Memories of youth are the treasures of old age. Savor them, and those who share them. They'll fade, but they're as sweet as sun's dusk ale while they last. Tongues of Xarxis, I sound like a pedantic old fool, don't I? Forgive me. Yes, ignore my nostalgic nonsense. It's just an attempt to pretend my musty past is worth something more than it is. Getting old isn't easy. My dear Marilia is passing. We came to see the flowers, but they don't seem to grow here anymore. I don't know. Nereid's Smile, they're called. So blue, so beautiful. There must be some nearby, but I'm too old to hunt them down. I wonder, though, if you see any, could you gather some seeds? I could sow them here, for old time's sake. You are generous to humor two silly old men, but those seeds would mean so much to us. When we were young, we used to sneak away from the clan and come here to be together. Lying here among the Nereid Smile, it seemed like we had forever. Not unless you can turn back time. No. To be honest, we've lived for many years more than either of us expected, but our time has finally come. Nothing can forestall my husband's death now, nor mine, which I expect will follow soon after.
You helped the clan mother retake Orentia. Right moves, and well done.
It's all for us, Marilia. The forest, the flowers, all of it.
They're so beautiful, Hartman. Do you think they'll last forever?
Life is so precious, and so fleeting. Don't let it pass you by. Take time to feel the caress of the wind, and listen to the way it carries the sound of your true love's name. Marilia, I never did hear anything so sweet and so dear. Yes, his passing was quick and peaceful, and we were together. That's all that really mattered. Soon I will rest too. But you're so kind. Did you find the Nereid Smile? It's funny. The flowers meant so much to us when we were young, but at the end, we didn't need the flowers anymore. We had the memories. These seeds are wonderful, though. I realize now their true significance. Goodbye, Marilia. I sow these seeds in memory of the life we shared. Even as we fade, May others come here and find the same joy we found in the flowers and in each other. So may our love be renewed for all eternity.
The Wilder King's reign draws to an end. The forest spirits have gone mad. Even my own brethren. And he is powerless to stop them. Intruders enter Greenheart, dark and conflicted souls. They are the harbingers of the Wilder King's death. I fear it is too late. Once events have progressed to this point, there remains little chance of reversing the process. Confronting the intruders would be beneficial. But even now, they blaze a trail of destruction toward the Wilder King's throne. The woman Aranias and her companion Andor, the one who burns everything in his path. I am not sure which is more dangerous, but they must both be stopped if the Wilder King is to be saved. Cross the bridge and follow the trail of fire. Go quickly. Be wary. The Wilder King's influence ebbs, even here in Greenheart. The spirits of the forest are confused and angry, even my brethren. They will attack you with no provocation. I am one of the Hollow. I do not know where we came from, but we are assigned to protect different parts of Valenwood. I am assigned to protect Greenheart, to ensure none can reach the throne of the Wilder King without his invitation. I do not know. The Wilder King sent me here, to the entrance of Greenheart. I assumed it was to warn people away, but it may have been that he wanted me to greet you. Perhaps he placed protections on me to ensure I fulfilled his wishes. We have not wavered in our duty. Any who came here uninvited were turned away. Strangely, the intruders who now seek to harm the Wilder King, he said they were invited. You are invited too. The other Hollow only attack because they are confused.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Andor force their way towards my throne, leaving chaos in their wake. I've lost control of my guardians. My power fades. I've always wondered what death would be like. Soon, I will know. My end was inevitable all along. Someone new must become caretaker of the Valenwood. Aranias was guided here for this purpose. It's fascinating. In her heart, I think she knows the truth, but she's conflicted. Perhaps it is Onder's influence. I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept the responsibility of her own accord, but Onder will not understand. I expect he will oppose her, and she will need your help to defeat him. quickly. Aranias wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valenwood, but to save it. She wants to change course, but she's afraid. She's afraid to stand up to Onda. Aranias' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. You must be there to help Aranias when she decides to make her stand. My hold over the creatures of the Valenwood has weakened. That is why they panic and attack. I lack the strength to pull them back. But I can make it so you appear less threatening. Be careful, though. This enchantment will only last a short time.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
I was a fool to trust the Veiled Heritance. They just used me as bait to trick the Wilder King into letting his guard down. As soon as Onda realized I was having doubts, he just cast me aside. It's clear to me now. I have to stop him. I don't know. But somehow it seems like that's what I was meant to do all along. When he burned the forest, I actually felt its pain. I think I'm connected to this place. I can't fight Onda, though. He's too strong. Will you help me? He's gone ahead. I can travel through the roots to catch up, but you will have to fight your way through. This might help. Use this bundle of roots and you can burrow for short distances. It will at least get you past Onda's fires. I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Get up! Be no end to these interruptions!
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Arndor would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and vengeful. Many lives would have been lost. Yes, for centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the Earth. Give back to that which has given so much to me. She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but you must comfort her. This is the natural course of things. It is necessary for her and for the Valenwood, but she must choose it of her own accord.
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small pieces of land in the Somerset Isles, but this is an entire forest, a living forest. Tell me I can do this. I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the Valenwood and forgot his previous self entirely. And he doesn't even remember that. The same will happen to me. If I accept this responsibility and become Wilder Queen, I'll forget my home, my youth, everything. I know. And I know the right thing to do, the only thing to do. I certainly can't return to the Somerset Isles, not after seeing this. This is what I was born to do. I must embrace the Valenwood as I would a lover, and we will become one. Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Then you must wait for me. Promise you'll wait. Everything is so very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. You are my friend, though, whoever I become. Will you stay for just a moment? I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to forget that, nor to forget you. I know why you originally came here. To ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Aldmeri Dominion. To know the Valenwood was on your side. Would you still make such a request to me now? And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me now. Before Aranias' memories fade, though, there's something else I must tell you. It's the Veiled Heritons. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Magnus. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodhearth, to the west. I will open a portal to the western gate of Greenheart. Goodbye, my friend.
bit tight on the shoulders, maybe.
Daedra and cultists won't stop us from saving Hyacinth. Let's find that hideout.
Welcome to Ndarwe's Museum of Wonder and Antiquities. Normally I'd tell you to avoid touching anything, lest you defile my sanctum, but the necromancers that came in before you have already ruined everything. They are dreadful people. From the worm cult, I believe. They destroyed numerous priceless artifacts, ruined decor, killed my employees, then turned my employees into their employees by raising them as undead! I suspect they want to raise the centerpiece of my collection, the Ayleid warlord Karen. People come here just to see him. Karen worshipped Daedra and was generally an unpleasant fellow. Excellent as a museum attraction, terrifying as an undead. You have my thanks, stranger, truly. It's paramount that the Ayleid warlord is not raised. I need you to check his body and, if he has returned, deal with him. Of course, apologies. I'm a bit distracted at the moment. My name is Ndarwe. I'm a student of history, an avid collector, and the leader of the Merethic Society. We're a loose group of adventurers who specialize in acquiring antiquities. We'll go anywhere, do almost anything to collect history. Some governments are not so keen on the work we do, so we tend to operate as inconspicuously as possible. This is one of the necromancers. He made 2 mistakes. He had roughly the same height and build as myself, and he turned his back to me. If I can get the blood out, his clothes will make a fantastic disguise.
Morlock Baal, Lord of Brutality, we praise your name. Recite the incantation thrice, then kneel.
dice for gold.
I don't have to explain something I never said.
Getting old is no picnic, but the alternative is a lot worse.
Only the dead will see an end to this war. Recite the incantation thrice, then kneel.
A sacrifice must be
that terrible smell.
love the smell of pot